Hi everyone, this is audapostrophe. Let's continue our game of Nioh 2 on PlayStation 4 Pro. Ah yes, this thing. Oh, God. Okay. The redonkulous boss battle. Oh, the thing doesn't show up here anymore, huh? Do I not have enough cups? Yeah, away we go again. Time. I am doing the guard ride, right? Because it's guard and I think it's L1 and square does the counter. Not that I think you can counter this enemy, but maybe. Oh, it still hit me. Give me a break. Ugh, lost a bunch of healing for that. It's totally not worth it. doesn't really work, does it? I don't know, maybe my timing needs to be different? Yeah, that's not any better. People also just for me to try things that don't ever work or that require me to be at a higher level. It's just like, no, that doesn't work in the early game. Why are you giving people such terrible advice? It may work if you like game your stats, you know, kind of towards the end of the game, but man, at the beginning of the game, counters don't work. They just don't. That's why I feel that things outside of Let's Plays, I mean, they're really not representative of good strategy. And then, of course, if the game gets patched, then strategies may no longer work. I think it's more important to show how you can solve your problems in a game. You know, that process of figuring out how a move can be avoided, or can be changed, or how you can do something differently. I think that's a more important lesson rather than oh, hey, watch this 15-minute video or 10-minute video. This is how I did it. It's like, well, yeah, you're like level 99. You're on New Game Plus. You know, of course, it's going to be a different game. Oh, okay. I don't know why that didn't work. I think that's the hardest thing about this game, is that it's undergone quite a few patches, and you know, if you're doing some sort of strategy guide, unless you're willing to start from zero and experiment with a couple different builds, then you know, you're gonna get something like me advice, which just doesn't apply. It won't work for my level. Yeah. And I'll go, it doesn't work. It's like, oh, you're playing the game wrong. I was like, no, I'm playing the game the way I'm playing it. It's not really wrong. I'm not playing it the way you play it because you want to play it with using more ninjutsu. It's like, I don't want to play it that way. And the game is designed to be a little bit more flexible on how you want to play, you know. I think people get super defensive about it too. It's like, you know what? It's okay. I don't need your advice. Yeah. Yeah, but at this point in time, I just don't think I have enough, I mean, I'm doing, like, fiddling damage. Boy. It's like deceptively how long, how reach that, how long that reach is, you know? It's interesting, this particular setup takes a little bit longer to load. Which is why I think that all these save points should be right in front of the they should be right in front of the boss instead of being so far away. Or you just end up with like one stupid death after another, you know. It just makes it feel, you know, make the player feel frustrated. It's like, well, you know, you should feel frustrated, but not because, you know, the game is making you do stupid things. You feel frustrated because, you know, you're not maybe finding the right strategy. And I don't really feel that a lot of the times when I'm playing this game. I just feel like the game is just set up to cheat. Where does this come from? I mean, he doesn't always do that combo, and it's not obvious that he's going to go for like a second hit. It's like, where's the indicator? Where's the animation, you know? But if you guard, then you take too long to recover from a guard. Why didn't that interrupt his, like it's been interrupting his animation right there? I was like, why didn't it interrupt it that time? I just feel like it's not wholly consistent and predictable enough for me to like be, to form a proper strategy. It's like if I can't rely on moves that I think are going to work, then I'm just not going to be able to play. And then that's just going to bring my opinion down of the game. And, you know, it doesn't motivate me to finish it, quite frankly. Well, I think a lot of people felt that way about the Nioh 2, whereas Nioh 1, you know, the thing is that Nioh 2 is a better game. I mean, everything's better about it. You know, there's bigger levels, there's more strategy, you could do more things, there's a bigger tree. But, you know, with all of these new additional things, it also means that it's more complex, and it also means that it's nowhere near as consistent as the original game. And I don't know how people feel about the customized characters, but I really don't care about customized characters. I'm perfectly fine if the game has a story, you know, with a particular character, and I play that character. I'm okay with that. I don't need to have like a generic hero that never says anything because they can't write dialogue for a character that's generic. But it makes all my like side characters more interesting than my main character, which is kind of what you don't want. It just takes just a second longer. It's like I expect it to load, but nope. It's just a little too far away. I think the checkpoint's just a little too far away. Oh, see, and I tried to do the dodge move, so I would dodge back out from my falling animation, and yeah, it wouldn't let me do it. But like, these are the kind of things I have to rely on. I mean, I need them to be consistent, and if they're not, then it just makes me think less of the game, you know? But I think so far, I mean, all of these Souls-like games have had that I mean, they've had that quality that kind of makes them feel like they're unfinished. You know, they're all kind of a little janky, and things are not quite as consistent as you want them to be. It's like every designer that's making a Souls game also copies that inconsistency. It's just like, no. That's the part I don't like. Don't copy that part. You know, copy the good parts. You know, which is the varied combat. You know, the increased difficulty and the variety of encounters. I think that's what makes these games work. But not the unpredictability. That's not the part that works. At least in my opinion. I don't know. I mean, maybe people feel differently about that. Yeah, I wish my I wish blocking was just more useful, because you know, you see my dodges. It's like my dodges don't actually take me out of harm's way. No, they roll me out, but then it doesn't roll me out of the range of the attack. It's like, well, what good is this? What good is this thing? Like, if I'm not being taken out of danger, then why am I wasting, you know, my meters, you know, my metered attacks? Why am I wasting those since they don't actually do what I need them to do? Nah, I got problems with the game. I think most people do because it's not that popular. I mean, streaming this game, and people don't watch this. And other YouTubers find the same thing. It's like, oh, you stream this game. It's like, nobody cares. Nobody cares about this game. A ton of people, you know, put their heart and souls into it, but then it's like, it just did all the wrong things, you know? Look at that. I spent all my time in dizzy animations that I can't cancel out of. Yeah. I think this is where the beauty of Platinum games is that they do know that fine balance of giving you enough power, but also making the enemy seem smarter than they really are. So I'm looking forward to playing Wonderful 101 again, now that they've decided to re-release that. I think that'll be finally a game like this, a character action game that'll be fun. And not just a frustrating mess, you know? It's like every time I play this game, I just think about the games that did better, you know? You know, the Bayonetta or the God Hand, you know? All of them did a better job of this kind of, you know, difficult but complex combat. It's like, man, I just want to play those games again, but, you know, I don't want to keep playing old games. I want to play some new stuff. Man, just sometimes just the new stuff, it just doesn't work out. And I don't feel like the level increases, the stat increases, they don't feel significant, you know. So when I raise the power level, it doesn't feel like I raised the power level. It's like some number that happened that I can't equate to actions. Yeah, that's the first time he's ever done that attack. That's, you know, amazing. Just out of nowhere. I fought that guy, like, what, 30 or 40 times, and then out of nowhere that move just comes out. It's stupid. Stupid inconsistent behavior. It's not the good thing about the game. The moments of brilliant combat, they're so hampered by the unfinished portions, you know, the portions that feel like, you know, nobody really play tested. I just think it's a shame. There's so much good stuff in here, but it's just not good enough to, you know, overshadow all the bad stuff. Like I said, I'm sure people will disagree. They'll look at these other videos and they'll go, "Oh, what? Well, this guy says that well, if you just set up your, you know, your game powers differently, oh, then you can do everything that you." It's like, well, no, you can't. Not at your beginning levels, you can't do that. They fail to mention that. That's like if you like want to reset all of your stats, start from the beginning, and then play only a specific way. Maybe that's true. But then that's not the advantage of playing a game like this, you know? Of having the variety of combat. It's like now I'm stuck playing it like one specific way, and maybe that way is just not fun to me. It's like, yeah, oh, well, if you use the tonfas, it's like, I don't want to use the tonfas. I don't like the tonfas. Oh, well, how about if you use ninjutsu? It's like, no, ninjutsu. I hate using ninjutsu. It takes a long time to charge. It has to be done from a distance. If you get any close quarter combat, then you're basically screwed. So you have to build out your character for long range only. You can't wear heavy armor. It's like, that's not fun. Why do I have these other build types if I can't do that? Yeah. Like, well, if you wait for New Game Plus, you can do a bunch of stuff. I was like, well, yeah, but you have to like what you get. You have to like playing the first time to even get to New Game Plus. And in general, I feel that this is not a good experience. Look how little time you have to go in there. Like, he never really gets tired enough for you to strike or do a lot of striking. Like, always has this bank of energy to do an impossible move. Yeah, it just feels imbalanced. And I'm just doing like tick damage to him. So the fight's gonna take forever. You know, and you know, tick damage is fine for like Marvel versus Capcom. You know, but in this game, it feels wholly inappropriate. I don't know. I mean, I hope there's a Nioh 3, and I hope it sort of addresses players' concerns. But it's hard to say. You know, these games are developed. You know, development time takes many, many years, and sometimes you know you develop something before you really get any player feedback. It's just the danger, so it may take like another sequel before they finally go, oh, well, you know, maybe the balance doesn't quite work out correctly. So Nioh 3 may not like incorporate changes, but maybe Nioh 4 will. But maybe Nioh, you know, because Nioh 3 won't sell, then they can't make a Nioh 4. So it's a, you know, it's sort of a tricky, it's a tricky situation for a developer because you can't wait too long between sequels. Because you know, then the audience will basically forget about your game and it no longer becomes relevant. Or, you know, other games have improved upon your formula and your game will seem antiquated, you know, or antiquated. Like when they finally release a Dark Souls 3, you know, after playing Sekiro, I'm really not going to be that interested because I feel that Sekiro is a good evolution of that formula. It's 3 strikes, not just 2. And then I can't call the AI partner in very much because you don't get enough of those Ultra Cups. So you basically can only use that character when you know you can defeat it. And by that time, you know, you can probably do it solo. So, like, the usefulness of the AI character is not very useful, right? I don't know, that's just what I think. I mean, I'm sure Nioh 2 players or people who are really fanboys of this game, you know, they're going to have different opinions. But as a casual player, this is what I think is wrong with it, and why, you know, I couldn't suggest another player to purchase it. Yeah, I think it's fine if it's on like a heavy discount. Maybe it might be worth it, but at full price, there's no way I could say, yeah, you should get this game. It's got, you know, too many negatives, and they don't outweigh the positives at all, you know. Even the enemy skeleton, I mean, it's like, it's only aware of you like a third of the time. It's just sometimes it's not aware of you. It's not like I did anything different, you know? I wish I was doing more damage, but level raises don't... They're not significant enough. It's weird too because I hear people talk about how the level progression is really good in this. And I'm like, I don't know what game you're playing. It's not the game I'm playing. Come on, do the thing. I am holding the button down. Ah, see, now I only have one cup. I can't even call him. Like, why so stingy? It's a one-player game. Oh, well, I guess that's not true. You can play multiplayer. He has so much range, I just don't know what to do about it. If only I had an effective means to block. Dodging is not good enough for that enemy. It's not good enough for most enemies. I think that's the problem, is that that mechanic doesn't seem... It seems broken, you know? Yeah, I may not get past this boss again. I think it's gonna take more work on my part to try to figure out how I can trick it. I mean, just this guy's a huge asshole, which gives me problems, you know? He's a regular enemy, you know? I've thought about picking up the Surge too, since that's the sort of similar style of gameplay, but I've heard it's a little bit more refined. But you know, I didn't really dig the Surge one that much, so that's sort of a tough one. It's sort of a tough one to invest in. I don't know, maybe I'll give it a chance. I'm just waiting for a good sale for that one. I don't think I could in good price pay pay full price for it. Not without actually getting a good feel for it. I don't know, maybe there's a demo or something, I don't know. I would need to be convinced that it would be worth my time, you know. I wish I didn't have to use my Yokai dodge all the time. It's just, it's a metered attack. I mean, my meter eventually runs out, you know. I just don't know. I'm just not sure how else to defend against him. Yeah, why is that guy all of a sudden so trigger happy? I forget. There's another big Souls-like game coming out soon. There's two major ones that are out in the next month, but that's still a month away, and I want to play something now, you know. See, the thing that bothers me about that attack is that it doesn't look like it's actually making contact with me, so, but it's still hitting me. Ah. Oh, what? No, come on. I don't know about this game. I do regret buying it now. I mean, I have enough issues with it where I like don't look forward to playing it. You know, I eventually kind of learned to like Sekiro. I originally didn't. And Dark Souls 3 is a ton of fun too. And Nioh 1, I don't think I finished Nioh 1 either. But Nioh 1 just had some bad timing. There were like a ton of really good games that came out when Nioh came out. Ew, why was he just so damn tough all of a sudden? God, he's a pain in the ass. Nope, nope. Get hit from all sides. Yeah, I wish this did something. It's your counter is it's so useless. It's only for certain types of enemies with certain types of weapons. It's like, could you just give me a counter that works for everything? For some reason, his thrust animation is faster than my overhead animation. I even start my overhead animation well before he starts his thrust animation. It's still just too slow. Wait, why the hell is that enemy there? Like, give me an easy path to the boss. Don't make me struggle just to get to the boss. I burn all of my healing before I get to him. That's so dumb. What exactly am I learning from that? You know. Okay, let's do the thing. Maybe. I mean, probably not. I'm probably gonna have to spend like another 20 hours raising my character. Because I'm just at the recommended level, and generally you want to be much higher than the recommended level. Peekaboo. Yeah, I just have a sliver of life. Of course, I thought he would behave the way he did last time, and I could just defeat him without having to worry about using a healing item, but nope. Nope, the game will not have that. You must burn your healing items before you reach a major boss. They must stick a stupid-ass, difficult, regular enemy inside. Oh, well, come back here. Not that it matters, but... I don't know how he has so many, like, impossible moves. My character will, like, start panting, you know, after he just, like, walks 2 steps. All the enemy characters, they have, like triple your agility. I think that's it. That's the thing that makes the game feel unbalanced, is that your agility levels don't match. Well, from enemy to enemy, you know, they're so like overwhelmingly overpowered. You know, they can do moves that you just can't do. Or, I mean, you know, they have agility levels that you just can't have at the same level. It's just like, well, okay, you're not giving me the right tools to compensate for that additional ability that the enemy has. If the tool was, okay, we'll give you a counter that works against all of theirs, you know, and it will preserve your agility. Okay, great, that's great balance. Maybe make the counter hard to do, but then don't punish me for using a counter move. But in here, every counter move has to be like a yokai ability, so so then you're burning your yokai meter just to even get away from an attack, and then the only recourse you have is just to use a block, which, you know, 1 block costs 2/3 of your agility meter, so you can basically only block 1 move. You can try to do a counter move, but that only works against certain kinds of enemies, and so you don't have a counter that's available all the time for you. Let's see, how long are we playing? Almost an hour? Yeah. Why don't we stop it here? This is audap. I'm watching Nioh 2 on PlayStation 4 Pro. And I didn't make any progress today, but, you know, what can you do? Some days you make progress, some days you don't. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.